continuing chapter 11, the glories of Nityananda. Yesterday, Nityananda was again absorbing himself in Balyabhav, and he was telling his mother, or his proxy mother, Malini, "I'm hungry, I want to eat." So she gave him 5 pieces of sandesh, and he threw away 4 pieces, and he ate 1 piece. So that's his rather mischievous behavior. Hi, bale ai, hena filaila, Nityananda bale kene, ekatani dhila. Alas, he's come to in Mother Sachi's house. And that was the scene. Vishwamara was sitting with Vishnu Priya, and she was offering him tambul. It was a very sweet and enchanting scene, tender scene. And Mother Sachi was appreciating it. There was a beautiful, sweet exchange between Vishwamara prolonging his association with Vishnu Priya in order to enhance the happiness of his mother. And then Nityananda barges in his usual ecstatic Balyabhav, Brajabhav. He's completely stark naked, Digambar, he has no clothes. He says, "I want to eat." So she gave him 5 pieces of sandesh. "Hey, why did you throw them away?" Nityananda replied, "Well, why did you give me all the sandesh at once?" In other words, it wasn't his fault, it was her fault. Mother Sachi, you should have given me 1 piece at a time, and after I eat that 1 piece of sandesh, then you can give me another one. But you gave me 5 at once. So I ate 1 and threw the other 4 away. And everyone would do that. That's a natural thing. Why are you criticizing me? Ai means mother. Ai bale, ara nahi tabe ki khaiba. Nityananda bale, chaha avashya phaiba. Sachimata says, "I have no more sweets. What will you eat now?" Nityananda replied, "If you desire, you will certainly find them. Garer bitare ai aparupadeke se chare sandesha dekaye parateke." Vrindavandas Thakur comments, to her amazement, Mother Sachi found those 4 pieces of sandesh intact within the room. In other words, although Nitai threw them away, she found them all sitting in a row very nicely, undisturbed, unbroken. Ai bale se sandesh kotai padila, garera bitare kon prakare aila. Sachi was asking, where did the sandesh fall? And how do they come within the room? Dulo guchaya se sandeshalaya, harishe ailai apurva dekiya. Being struck with wonder, Mother Sachi removed the dust from the sandesh and happily came outside. So Mother Sachi found the sandesh lying somewhere on the floor, somewhere within the room, and they had some dust on them. And then she came back. Asi deki Nityananda Said Ladukai Ai Bhale Bhap Iha Pai Lakotai. On returning to Nityananda, Mother Sachi saw that Nityananda was eating those same 4 sweets. And she said, "Bhap, dear son, where did you get those?" Nityananda Bali, Yahat Chadhana Felilun, Tora Dukkha Deki Tai Chahiya Anilun. These are the same sweets that I threw away. Seeing your distress, I called them back. That's very good. You can throw away the sweets and, hey, come back. Spiritual world, everything's conscious. The trees can dance. The birds, the trees can dance, the rocks can move, the rivers can go backwards, anything's possible. Unprecedented lila, apurva lila. So he called them back. He threw them away and he called them back. Adbhuta dekhiya ai, mane mane ghane, Nityananda mahima na jane kon jane. Seeing these wonders, Mother Sachi contemplated. Mane mane ghane, she thought over and over. Who is that person who does not know the glories of Nityananda? Ai bale Nityananda, kene more bhanda, janila ishvara tumi more maya chara. Mother Sachi said, O Nityananda, why do you deceive me? I know you are the Supreme Lord, Ishvara. Therefore, please remove your illusion. More maya chara. So, he was putting her in some yoga maya for his lila. Bhalya bhave Nityananda aira charan, Dari bare jai ai kare palayan. In the mood of a child, Bhalya Bhav, Nityananda tried to grab Mother Sachi's feet, but she ran away. He mata Nityananda charitra agada, sukritira bhala duskritira karya bhad. The characteristics of Nityananda are unfathomable. You can't understand. For pious persons, they're unfathomable. For pious persons, they are beneficial. And for sinful persons, they create obstacles. Sukriti bhalo. They're very good for those pious religious people. The activities of Lord Chaitanya are very beneficial to hear and to remember and to glorify, purifying, elevating, increases our attachment to Nitai and Gaur, and ultimately to Radha and Krishna. But for the Duskritas, for the bad people, the bad acting people, the sinful people, and they karyavad, they can't understand. They're completely bewildered by such activities, and then they become offensive to the Lord. Nityananda ninda kare je papishta jana, Ganga o tahare deki kare palayan. Even the Ganga river runs away from a person who blasphemes Lord Nityananda. So it's such an amazing point. If someone blasphemes Nityananda, then even if they go and bathe in the Ganga, they won't get free from their sinful reactions, because the Ganga refuses to serve them. If they offend Nityananda and they go and bathe in the Ganga will not take away their sinful reactions. Bhaktisiddhanta is telling that. She runs away from them. She won't. If the Supreme Lord becomes angry, then Nityananda, who is manifested as a spiritual master, can remove the Lord's anger. But if one commits an offense at the feet of the spiritual master, who is a manifestation of Nityananda, it is extremely difficult to nullify such an offense. One point is that later, of course, when Nityananda married the two daughters of Suryadas, Sarakela, Janamamata and Vasuda, and then from Vasuda he produced two children, Birchandra Gosai and Ganga Devi. So his daughter Ganga Devi is considered to be Ganga, not different from Ganga, personified Ganga, became his daughter. So if someone offends her Nityananda, then the person gets wet. A sinful papishta jana, a sinful person may bathe in the Ganga, but they do not get any purifying effect. They become wet, and they can wash their clothes, but they don't wash their minds. They don't wash off their sinful reactions by bathing in Ganga, because she refuses to give her mercy. Because ultimately everything is personal. Even Ganga Devi, everything is personal. Every atom is personal. Inside of every atom is an Atma, and inside of every Atma is a Paramatma. So personal consciousness is everywhere, from the atom to the cosmos, from the microcosmic to the macrocosmic. So fire is an element, Bhuta, Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu, is Agni. But there's a Dev, there's a Lord of the element. Every element has an a lord. Every movement has a lord. Every action has a lord. The lord of action, the lord of movement, the lord of elements. So fire, we see fire, we feel the heat of the fire. We utilize the fire to cook or to heat our houses. But that fire is ultimately consciousness, it's expression. It's the energy of a conscious entity. And that conscious entity is Agni Dev. So even the movements, it's described, there's 33 million demigods and they're residing in the body and engaging in different activities. They control different movements. The movements of even the eyelid, which now they're open, but in the morning in Bhagavatam class, the morning Bhagavatam class, sometimes they go down. But there's a demigod, there's a devata that controls the movement of our eyelids. That's one demigod. There's so many movements, and there must be millions of movements in the human body, and they're all controlled by different demigods. So one is energy and one is consciousness. So behind energy is consciousness. And the supreme consciousness, of course, is Krishna consciousness. So this is the point that Ganga Devi, she's a person. We see the energy of Ganga Devi, the person is Ganga Devi, the person, the personal consciousness, the living entity, the personality. Consciousness is personal, consciousness is a person, a personality. Behind the conscious energy. So Ganga Devi, she's not pleased if someone is a papishta jana, a sinful person, enters her waters. She says, I'm not going to, like persons, you can please a person or you can anger. You can make someone happy or make someone angry. You can satisfy and please someone or you can dissatisfy them or displease them. If you please someone, then they will be kind to you and give you some reward or some gift. So Ganga Devi is personal. You're sinful, you bathe there, she says, no, you can be wet, but my mercy I won't give you. So this is what Vrindavan Thakur is saying, that Nityananda, if he's offended by the Pashandis or the sinful, they don't get, even the Ganga runs away from them. What to speak of the Lord? Nityananda runs far away if someone offends. It says if someone offends Krishna, then the Guru, if they're connected with Guru, the Guru can absorb the offense. But if someone offends Guru, then there's not much hope. It's very difficult to nullify such an offense. So Nityananda is that Adi Guru. He's the original Guru principle.